All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for the RWBY Volume 4 soundtrack.
Yes.
Part 2.
Part 2.
Yes,
so we missed.
Four songs that are original for this volume that we have not listened to yet. One of these songs apparently was not made specifically for this volume, however.
Right. Lucis Naturae.
Lucis Naturae,
yeah.
Yes, it was made for the RWBY Grim Eclipse video game. In reference to the villain/endgame boss. But yeah, Jacob, we've got like Morning Follows Night.
Yep.
Home. Armed and Ready. Armed and Ready, I am particularly looking forward to. The one that's interesting is like Morning Follows Night. I believe it might have something to do with Sun and Blake. You know, morning and night.
Yeah, yeah.
And, sun and the
sun.
Yeah, yeah. But I don't remember what part in the volume that particular song was used.
Well, probably one of the times when,
yes, exactly, but I don't know which
right.
Episode it was more featured in. So
yeah.
That'll be really interesting to hear that in full. But Armed and Ready, I mean, it was in the credits, but I want to listen to it without being distracted or theorizing or any kind of other stuff like that. So that'll be exciting as well.
But Home, like... That was
Home. Is that the RWBY?
I think that's the RWBY letter
to Mistral thing.
Yeah,
yeah, that's going to be good too. All right, guys. Well, we're prepped and ready to go. We're going to go through the songs 1, 2, 3, 4, and then afterwards we're going to get into theorizing discussion. So, without further ado, let's get into it.
I'm liking the slow start.
I like those chords. They're shifting into more of a Sun and Blake thing. From Shadows.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Always regretting what you've done. Spending time counting every little mistake. Knowing it's always easier to win. Don't have to spend your life looking
Okay. I like.
Okay, this is gonna be good.
Yeah.
We've been through this over and over again. You can't just wish it away. The past is the past, it'll never change.
This is extra special because it's Jeff and Casey.
Oh.
With their story together. Yeah. As a family. Oh my gosh.
It's really too bad that Sun can't sing like this.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Oh, this is when they were chasing Sister Ilya.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember this.
Okay, yeah, this is good.
Oh. Here we go. Oh.
Yeah, you thought they were going to go into some crazy drop, but
yeah.
We're saving it for later.
Mm-hmm.
I love that they give us these songs to like get that extra bit of understanding into the characters.
Yeah. Keep moving on. Stray Cat.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because let's face it, we need more references to Wings. Like, that was a good one.
That bass pedal.
Yeah. This almost seems like a like a counter to Bad Luck Charm. Like,
it's a little different. But yeah, the styles got some similarities. Crow's alone. Blake doesn't have to be alone.
Right. Even though Blake a lot of times is trying to do everything alone.
Yeah. Oh!
This is more Sun style, I think.
This is Lamar Hall! There's a song in the Red vs. Blue soundtrack that's really close to this. Okay.
I was picturing Sun, like, you know, in his, like, showing his abness, just, like, taking a microphone
with glasses and the hat,
and just busting out a rap for Blake, like, in front of her parents, and the mom's loving it, and Gira's just like, oh my god.
All right.
I like it already.
Oh, I'm brought right back. to
Yeah,
the
I
end
know,
of
right?
Volume
I
4.
know.
All I'm thinking of is that shot of Team Juniper with them
just
together.
stop it, don't, no.
Hush your cries.
This is like a lullaby.
Close your eyes. Stay with me. Let's just dream quietly of what might calm your fear. I'll be near to you. I'll cling. Rest, my friend. Time can mend many things. I don't know the answers. Tomorrow's still unknown. But I can make this promise. You won't be alone. I don't know where we should go. Just feeling farther from our goal. I don't know what path we will be shown, but I know that when I'm with you, I'm at home. Yes, I know that when I'm with you, I'm at home. There's a quiet place in my embrace, a haven
Haven of safety.
Yeah.
I'll dry your tears, shelter here in my care. But even when we stumble, and someday when we fall, what I will remember that I had you through it all. I don't know where we should go, just feeling farther from our goal. I don't know what path we will be shown, but I know that when I'm with you, I'm at home. Yes, I know that when I'm with you, I'm at home.
I think this is my second favorite.
Yes, I know that when I'm with you, I'm at home.
I can breathe now. All right. Are you ready to get fired up after
That.
I don't know. Okay. Yang.
It happens every night. I watch my world ignite. If there's no waking from this nightmare, the stage is always set, the place I can't forget.
Oh, this build up.
Yeah.
I can feel there.
Oh,
Yeah,
here we go.
yeah. There it is.
My eyes are open wide. I'm racing to her side. There's nothing that
Her side?
I won't do for her. But this is not
I mean, it could be Ruby.
my mind repeats the scene. I can't forget it, and it's torture. That was before, but not anymore. I've left it behind. As much as I lost, once I'm across, I found the strength to grow so much more.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
This is making me really excited for Yang's part in Volume 5. Like,
Good line.
yep.
Dang.
Why don't we just start
She is
calling
the
Yang
Phoenix
the Phoenix?
now.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
My arm ready.
That also goes with the Super Saiyan thing, too.
This is like I Burn part like 3 or something.
Yeah.
Or 2. I don't know.
2 and 3.
Yeah. Oh. The golden one.
Wow. Adam is gonna get such a whooping, like...
Yeah. Oh! Oh, yeah!
This song just keeps on going. Ooh. There's more?
Yeah. Ooh, I'm gonna look at that part up.
Yeah.
Oh, right. And bring me strawberry sunrise.
Yes, yes, yes.
Nice. Ruby's getting more mature, guys. As a show. But also the character.
Yeah.
But this is Yang we're talking about right now.
Right.
I'm so into this song.
This is a really good one. Wow!
All right. Oh. All right. Here's the creepy one.
You weren't kidding. Is the fact that they're having this in the Volume 4 soundtrack meaning that they're gonna like bring this into the show?
Who knows? It was only partly used, I think, in the beginning of Volume 4 when they showed the Grim Pools.
Right, and you mentioned that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's so many things you can hear in this that are like hinting at the Grimm's origin.
Okay, that intelligence I will infuse makes me think there's going to be like a sentient Grimm.
Salem.
Whoa, okay.
I mean, that's a theory. A Ruby theory! I remember perfectly. I'm giving you like my Lucis Notori. Open your eyes. Oh, yeah. Means freak of nature in Latin.
Oh, well. There we go then.
like my Lucy's Notori? Open your eyes.
Could Salem also be the one singing this?
I think it's more specifically about the Grim Eclipse villain.
Okay.
You're not supposed to take this song too much out of the context.
Right.
Oh, that gives me
Okay.
chills.
Wait,
And then it keeps going.
of course. Yeah.
Of course. The monster's life I use.
Right.
Ooh.
Today you will rise.
I'm giving you like my Lucy's Notori. Open your eyes.
As far as creepy songs go, though, I think this is the best one we've done yet.
Oh, absolutely. This is absolutely chilling at certain
Yeah.
points.
But it's still like a great song, you know?
All right. Well, those 4 songs are through,
Yeah.
and wow, they're all so different. That's one of the things I was really glad about when we were separating the songs into these groups of 4, because I had really no idea what to expect going into the first 4, but these 4 I kind of had a little bit of an idea based on the titles.
And the fact that Lucis Naturae was...
Lucis Naturae, yeah, I've heard it before, but I haven't ever really fully in-depth kind of analyzed it or anything like that. There was a part, though, in particular that I remember when the Grim Eclipse game came out, I saw the line and freaked out and started making all kinds of theories and stuff, and we can go over that later. But let's start with the first song. Actually, let's just go over the general overview. Which of those 4 songs is your favorite?
Home.
Home?
Yes.
Absolutely.
And then
Okay,
Armed
cool.
and Ready after. Then
Armed
probably
and Ready
Lucis Naturae.
Okay. I have to give it to Armed and Ready.
That one is really good.
I 100% feel the culmination of the I Burn story arc.
Yeah, it's
And
really fantastic.
It's important because Yang's character is one that has always been a little bit broken,
Yes.
and not like broken in that she's hurting or has less use, but is that her character is living in the past.
Right.
And they made mention of that in the song.
Yes.
And Home is a really good song because it's something that we haven't really had in RWBY before.
Right. Like that's the thing for me that elevates it higher than Armed and Ready. Armed and Ready is fantastic. As far as like a get yourself pumped up song, like it's amazing. It's one of the best that RWBY's given us, right? But we have seen that kind of song before.
That's
the
true.
closest thing I would say that we've ever gotten to Home is Cold, which is one of like my top 5 songs
agree.
until Volume 4
but of these 4, you're gonna say Home is
yes, like
there
because it still feels very fundamentally different from Cold. It's not
Right.
like Cold is sad. This is like this is like
okay, cool. So we're just looking for standings, and then like Morning Follows Night or Lucis Naturae for 3rd.
Lucis Naturae for me.
Okay, and then Morning Follows Night was 4th. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so we have very different standings in this. This is kind of cool. So Home, I really like the feeling that it gives me.
Yeah.
The thing about those types of songs, though, is I can probably only listen to it about 5 times.
Oh, really?
It's a very much a past song. I am not a very past oriented person, and things like that basically make me think of like,
just
like,
dwelling on the past and not
just
being
dwelling in
able
the
to move
past,
on.
and it's actually more of a present song, if anything, because it's acknowledging that when I'm with you, I'm at home. When I'm with you now, what's happening now, I'm at home. But I have to give Home
Number
3?
Home
number 4.
Number
actually,
4,
of the
wow.
4 songs, of these 4 songs.
Okay.
I give like Morning Follows Night actually my my 3rd place one. The thing about like Morning Follows Night is I can go over the lyrics a little bit, but the thing that actually makes it not the highest one of the songs here is because it's actually ambitious. Like, it's a song that's really ambitious of these four here. It's trying to do something very, very gutsy. It has two singers singing back and forth to each other, which is hard to pull off. But Jeff and Casey, well done. Yeah. You do a fantastic job.
I think this was definitely much better than the From Shadows.
Yeah. But that's their skill.
Yeah, that's
Remember,
true.
We're thinking of just these four songs here. So then we had Lucis Naturae. That song is way up in my top 10 of RWBY songs ever.
Oh, wow.
Because the song itself is unsettling. I don't really care as much for the words in the songs as much as the emotion that these songs gets me to convey.
I'm the same way.
Sacrifice is a different version of this song, in my opinion.
Because
Sacrifice gives you that impending just terror that's coming. This fatalistic just thing that's coming, and it's not good. But then it transitions and it tells a little bit of a story amidst the song. Lucis Naturae is like world-building terror at its finest.
Yeah.
I got more into the psyche of the Grimm and whatever. Now I know it's based on Dr. Merlot from the RWBY Grimm Eclipse game, but there's so many things that you can take out of context that it's just huge for me. But in particular, pardon person sneezing in the background. But the first one has to go to Armed and Ready because it reminds me a lot of where Yang's arc was hinting at being taken.
Yes.
Right. But in this, they're basically showing that
it is actually going to go there.
It is actually going to go there.
Yeah.
Korra, in Legend of Korra, had this with Book 3 and Book 4. The tragic event happens at the end of Book 3, and effectively she gets the same treatment as Yang does from Adam. It's a very brutal scene. It's intense. It's hard to watch, and it actually beats her down. Yeah. She's left in a wheelchair. It's horrible. But
spoiler alert.
Yeah, I know, but whatever. It's fine. The Volume 4 part with RWBY and Yang, Volume 4 of RWBY with Yang going through this, they basically showed that she's over the first hurdle.
Right. Still got a long way to go.
Yes, still got a decent ways to go. But she is approaching the next hurdle with the fire in this song, Armed and Ready. Yep. And you just feel it in your bones. My whole body just gets energized. It's so powerful. And there's a lot of stuff in the song where she makes callbacks to specific things in her previous story.
Yes.
Like with
which was good.
Raven and other things like that. So that one's really good. I don't know which is my favorite song in the Volume 4 soundtrack, but do you
How does this compare to This Life Is Armed and Ready compare to This Life Is Mine?
See, I don't know. Let's keep talking about it more at the end. We'll talk about which one's our favorite because we're going to get into the lyrics and the nitty-gritty of these songs in a minute here. But what about you? Thoughts about why those four are in your standings for of these four in particular?
I mean, I really like the feel of Lucis Naturae. I like it a lot. I didn't actually like Sacrifice as a song very much. I felt like it was good as far as story type stuff in the lyrics, but I didn't actually like the overall sound of it. It wasn't a song that I just wanted to listen to for the sake of listening to a song, right? Lucis Naturae basically fixes that entire problem. And even better, it draws, the kind of things of the theories and the development and stuff, off screen, whatever. To something that previously hasn't really gotten any of that yet, which is the Grimm, right?
Yeah.
They're just this monstrous force, but having it, getting that really scary and creepy vibe to them, I would say is very good because given how easily a lot of them are beaten, it can be easy to just sort of be like, oh yeah, they're the... it's like the orcs in Lord of the Rings.
Right, that was why the Nucklevy was really important to do in Volume 4. Even though the Nucklevy fight was a little bit underwhelming at certain parts, it was really important to have
Yeah.
I've been out there and seen the things she's made. Let me tell you,
they are fear. Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked a little bit about the standings and stuff, but let's get into how these songs relate to their characters that they are more specifically drawing attention to, and see if there's any other context we can pull out that goes beyond just like how like morning follows night, you know, seems to be relating to Sun and Blake. So let's see what we've got here. So we got the reference to From Shadows in the beginning of the song.
Yeah.
Basically showing how Blake has always kind of
regretting mistakes and running.
Yeah. Basically, Blake's character. Like, do we want to speak a little bit to Blake's character really quick and talk a little bit about the Volume 4 arc in general?
Yes.
Let's not go too in depth, but
right. But Blake was one of the things that I think the Rooster Teeth people mentioned is that Blake was a hard character to write because of the way her personality was and the way she approached things. How do you make her interesting and likable, even when she does things that are not the best? Like she'll be kind of selfish in her wanting to do things by herself and everything. And this really addresses that.
Yeah, this song really goes into that. And one of the things that we have to keep in mind with any time we go into one of these songs is the songs are giving us a vague kind of broader kind of picture of a character or a scenario that multiple characters could be in.
Right.
But it is not to be taken literally.
Right. It's impressionistic.
It's impressionistic, absolutely. But one of the things I think this song conveys a little bit is that Blake's character is very reactionary. I've said this before a bunch of times. But Blake's character has basically always kind of responded to things instead of being proactive.
Sure.
And this arc basically ends with her making a proactive decision to take back the White Fang.
Yes.
Instead of just reacting to the stuff that's been happening around her.
Right.
And also, in a way, morning following night shows that she's effectively changing the color of her life.
Yeah.
By saying that, all right, yesterday was the night, today is the morning, and now instead of absorbing color, she's going to be sending out her own color and making proactive choices. What?
Okay, so Sun's name is Sun, right? So there's the obvious implications to morning.
Right.
But in I Burn, Yang was always referring to herself as, I'll burn hotter than the sun in the middle of July. So I love how they just keep it open like that. It could be referring to either of them.
It's true. It's true. Okay, so let's move on to some of the other lyrics. You have to spend your life looking backward. Again, calling back to Blake living in the past and being reactionary. We've been through this over and over again.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good thing to say. When you are a real life person, like, guys, a lot of people like to realism, say like, oh, that's such a realistic storyline, when in actuality most people, when they go through just tough struggles and stuff, they repeat the same mistakes over and over again until they get it.
Right.
And I heard so many critiques about Blake's storyline saying that it was repetitive,
but that is actually
how life is. So deal with it. Like, sorry, I really have nothing negative to say about that in particular. There were problems with Blake's storyline, but it wasn't the fact that it was repetitive. I mean, that's my opinion, of course, but all right, let's keep going. We can't just wish it away. Yeah, she has to actually take action. She can't just hope it goes away.
Well,
the past of the past is
it'll never change. That was
before, and this is now and when. This is good.
Yeah.
She's moving forward into the morning from the night. Yeah, it's great stuff. We have a chance to make it better if we try. Oh, but I will not endanger one more friend. You're free to do the things you want, but listen, so am I. I made my choice, and now I'm making mine.
Okay,
that's important.
That might be my favorite part so far in the song of what we've read, because since Blake is very reactionary, to have her, and now granted this is the song, but to have there be a statement like that where it's saying, regardless of the environment, regardless of whatever else, this is what I believe, and this is what I will do.
Yeah. And even so, we notice in the story that it was kind of a selfish choice, and Sun really calls her out on that.
Yeah.
And then we go into Sun's part here. Go where you need to. No, I won't leave you. I'll follow you like morning follows night. You can run till your pain's through. One thing I won't do is let you go alone to face the fight.
That's also really good.
That's really good. I think that's just saying that despite Blake's kind of dismissal or kind of flip-floppy nature towards Sun, with not really being able to kind of be be straight with him.
Did you really
I did not mean to do that.
Did you
I did
just
not mean
say
to do that. Anyways, let's keep going. Hard to know where to turn when your life's a disaster, trying to start all over again. So much shame, so much time that just feels wasted. Feeling like now could never make up for then. Okay, this is basically talking about how life basically hits you with something really tough, and you feel like you can't just kind of move past it, which is a very Monty thing to do. He made a lot of references. You need to keep moving forward and stuff.
Well, and especially with someone like, say, Blake, because a lot of times we just think like, oh, Blake was in the White Fang. Ooh, her political alignment was maybe a little bit interesting. But no, it's like all the stuff that Weiss was talking about of like killing people and stuff like that. Blake was a part of that. Like,
right, she might not have been one to necessarily be the one doing
that was like the
things.
Executioner, but she was going.
She was kind of going along with it because she felt it made the difference.
Right.
But now she's feeling shame so much that her past feels wasted, so she feels crippled by it.
Right, but now she's returning to the place of her past, the White Fang, and trying to redeem them. So she's
getting basically
that's really good.
A restart.
Yeah.
Life's not a game you can play to get even. We all make mistakes, but we need to move on. I know that you hate where you strayed. Forgiving yourself is the only way. Okay, this is the part where basically I think Sun is the one speaking here, singing here. I know that you hate where you strayed. Forgiving yourself is the only way. So one of the things that Blake was known for in the last 4 volumes is blaming herself.
Yes.
So it caused her to shut herself in. So what I'm really looking forward to this is her basically allowing herself to let go of things of shame and just be free.
The bad stuff she did, yeah.
Yeah, in a way, this is showing how characters like Sun, or even Yang, or really RWBY even.
Yeah.
I think in a way all the girls of Team RWBY can really help her with this because they all have their past thing that's haunting them, and they've basically all made decisions this volume to move forward past it and really just let's just live, you know? So this is really coming in together with the whole team arc storyline. And this is clever because this is stuff that you can clearly tell was intended to be written this way by RWBY. So good job, RWBY. Just look ahead. Yesterday is gone. I know you think you're being selfless, but you're not.
Yeah.
Call him out. I refuse to risk another's pain again. The pain is when you shut me out and take off on your own. No matter what, you'll never walk alone. I think in a way they go back and forth singing here.
Yeah.
But this is really good because this is the song that's very wordy and has a lot of story-related things to it.
I mean, they literally went into like
rap. But it's literally a conversation happening.
Right.
Sun was so good for calling her out on that completely because she needed to be snapped out of it.
For all Sun's goofiness, you know, in that whole part of Volume 4, that was really good.
Yeah. All right, and we're about to get into the Lamar Hall epicness.
Right.
So before that, it goes, go where you need to. No, I won't leave you. I'll follow you like morning follows night. You can run till your pain's through. One thing I won't do is let you go alone to face the fight. So go back through the chorus again.
Right.
It's very, very good that Sun effectively is the one singing the chorus because it's the thing that we're going to remember. It's the thing that Blake is going to remember.
Yeah.
It's the thing that even though he is not necessarily the one that's going to save her, she's the one that's going to save herself. He's going to be remembered as the one that catalyzed that little extra that first step. Haha. Right. All these little RWBY references are great.
Yeah.
And then Lamar Hall just goes off the chain here. It's fantastic. See, you'll never understand what I feel, what I see, what's going through my mind, how it feels being me, all these struggles, all these fights, long days, longer nights. I think that right there
is Blake.
Is just completely Blake saying, you know, this haul has been hard. No one else really knows what I'm going through here.
And they don't.
And then it's just showing her journey. Trying to search for this happiness, lost in lights, but it seems that it's all just out of my sight, just out of my reach. Can't seem to get it right. Like I'm cursed with this turbulence placed in my life. Yeah. This is a thing where a lot of people were like, wait, Crow has a bad luck charm. Blake's the one with the bad luck charm. Like, just nothing seems to go right for her. But to an extent, I am not the kind of person to say that it's Blake's fault, as in, like, she deserves this. But it is Blake's fault to an extent that a lot of these things happen. And it's good for her to know that because it shows she actually has power in her decisions.
Right.
One of the things I feel like Blake keeps coming back to when she's not in a good place is that she has no power to make decisions. But this actually showing that it was her decisions that brought a lot of these problems for her shows that she is the only one that can actually get herself out of it.
And that she has to own that because she's the one with the power.
Right. Yeah. But in this thing, it shows she's like thinking that she's cursed with this turbulence,
right, which is totally
not true. It's not that
Crow's the only one that's
there's
cursed.
This storm out there that's the problem. Okay. Can't push or pull on it, stuck up in this ball pit, cycle of pain, all the stress in my brain, I'm just trying to maintain, you could go insane, but no matter what I do, the cries go unheard, and yet I still believe in you. This is good because she has to acknowledge that this pain and this struggle exists.
And then there's that, yet I still believe
in you. Yeah. And what that is something where you is not some other person necessarily.
Right, it's herself.
It's really, I think it's the version of herself that she knows she can be. It's basically her looking into the future for once.
She's believing in the
you that believes in you.
Yeah.
All right. Every breath, every word, every smile, every glance could be another chance that you'll finally see the love that is me. So until that time, I'll follow every day, every step of the way, and continue to say. And then it goes into the chorus again. So that's huge because now she has a direction. Now she has a path. She's moving forward. Mm-hmm. Basically, she listened to Monty's advice here.
Right.
And we have no idea where this path's going to end, but she doesn't know either.
Well, and
that's
this is
really exciting.
This is what I'm actually probably most excited for. Not most excited for, but in Volume 5, it's going to be really cool to see Blake try and take back the White Fang because up till now in RWBY, I don't think we've ever really seen something where the good guys did all the initiating for the plot, right? Mm-hmm. Even in the cases where they were trying to go after the bad guys or they were trying to do whatever, it was someone else that was doing something, and because of that, they tried to do something.
Yep.
So it feels like this just open-ended, just like anything could happen, either very good or very bad or
in a way, the Volume 3 ending arc was showing how much initiative the villains had taken,
right,
and the good guys were reacting to it. It was so powerful. But imagine the opposite, where the good guys set a plan in motion, Team RWBY and Team Juniper or Team Ranger set something in motion, and now it's the villains reacting to it. There's gonna be some really cool things that can happen.
I just something flashed in my mind. All right,
okay.
So they were talking about Haven, and they were saying that that basically there's all these plans to, take down Haven, right? Haven's going to be the next one, and everyone else is in Haven right now. Right. Well, if Blake is taking back the White Fang, what if, in maybe not Volume 5, maybe it's in like Volume 6 or something, I don't know, but what if there's this battle for Haven, and all seems lost, and then Blake basically comes in with an army of the White Fang?
Love it.
Like, that would be so awesome. It'd just be like this perfect reverse of what happened at Beacon.
Yep. You heard it first here, guys. This guy said it. All right. Going on to the next song here, Home. So, Jacob, I'm going to let you kind of take this one. I'm going to read the lyrics, but, okay, we got hush your cries, close your eyes, stay with me, let's just dream quietly of what might be.
So, the thing that I get from this song, and this might be me personally imprinting on it or whatever.
Oh, please do. That's important.
But that it's basically someone that's, lost, and now they're, and it's, someone basically asking them to come home, and like straight up like Iroh Zuko type deal, or now one of the reasons why this song in particular means a lot to me. So, me and Caleb have 3 foster brothers, and like they, we grew up together and everything. Mm-hmm. All 3 of them basically went off, and anyways, so this song is sort of like it
hits home. It's not even funny. That's just real. Okay, calm your fear, I'll be near, to you I'll cling. Rest, my friend, time can mend many things. I like that time can mend many things, and not all things.
Holy crap, because, so one of the things that I've often wondered is that if someone goes off like that, like that or whatever, is one of the reasons that they don't come back simply because they think that, too much has happened, right? So now they've just chosen this and they can't go back, and now they just have to live with it, right?
Right.
So I absolutely love that part there.
And it's kind of a question. And they say, I don't know the answers. Tomorrow's still unknown.
Yep.
But I can make this promise you won't be alone.
And
I'm gonna take this one here. I'm sorry. This is just too good. So this is the part where I think the song became something special because it's still my least favorite of the 4. Somehow, yeah. But it's so good for RWBY. I don't know the answers. Tomorrow's still unknown. Let's just live, guys. This is present stuff again. But I can make this promise now. You won't be alone now.
Right.
This is the thing what RWBY has really focused on a lot in Volume 4 is the past is behind us. It happened. Today, let's just live. Tomorrow, we do not know, but let's keep moving forward. That is the theme of Volume 4. Like, that's the whole thing right there. And this encapsulates it in one little verse.
So this song, I'm probably going to end up listening to it on repeat when I'm like writing and stuff because it's a lot of those themes of, people wanting other people to come home and stuff. So
that's awesome. All right, so then we have, I don't know where we should go, just feeling farther from our goal. I don't know what path we will be shown, but I know that when I'm with you, I'm at home. So that's the chorus.
Right, and
so this I feel, let's bring it back to RWBY a little bit, because this I feel is specifically calling out RWBY in particular. Mm-hmm. And I am one of those people that thinks that the whole Crow-RWBY relationship needs to be explored a little bit more. There's some potential things there. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying Crow is RWBY's dad necessarily, but I won't be surprised if that happens.
But again, that is the reveal of that. If that is the case, is not the development we want. We want to see the actual relationship, not just the biological. Are they related?
But this is showing that even though they're so far, they feel so far from their goal, or they don't know what path they're going on. They know that when they're with you, I'm at home. Also, during this scene, Jean is shown to be alone at the room with Pyrrha's armor and weapons embroidered into his, and then Ren and Nora come in and they hold each other. And
I was thinking of that Juniper picture like the whole time. You're absolutely right about that.
Yeah. All right, next part. There's a quiet place in my embrace, a haven of safety where I'll dry your tears, shelter here in my care. This is RWBY with Crow taking care of him, but also there's a whole lot of other people that have just gone through crap.
So many of the characters, I would almost just say it applies to all of them. All
right, but even when we stumble and someday when we fall, what I will remember that I had you through it all.
That is just that is just amazing because that's sort of hearkening back to the I May Fall song, right?
Yep.
Which is another one of my absolute favorites.
Yep.
It's this idea that even if crap happens, as long as we have each other, we're going to be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing is they say, even when we stumble, someday when we fall, meaning that it's going to happen.
Right, it's going to happen. It's not if, but it's when.
But that they'll remember that I had you through it all.
Yeah.
One of the things that is interesting here is you can bring back Pyrrha into play here.
Right.
And you can think of just all of the characters thinking about when they're going to go through the struggles and stuff, and they'll remember that they had people like Pyrrha. They'll remember that they had people like Penny.
Yeah.
And RWBY makes a mention of this where she's thinking about the people that we've already lost, and then she changes the line to the people that we haven't lost yet. This is where the song acknowledges the pain of that.
Yeah.
But reminds you that you still had them through that.
Right.
You still had them. And I don't think we're necessarily going to lose anyone really special in Volume 5. But if we do, this song will be extra important for us to kind of listen to and cry with. Then they repeat the chorus, and then they kind of end the song. It's a really good song. But, don't think that I don't like it because I put it as number 4.
I was very surprised when you said that.
All right, guys. Now, this song we're going to have to burn through.
Well, it does. Yeah, it's a long song.
Pun, 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 pun.
Oh.
It's a very long... Wow, you're slow, Jacob. But Armed and Ready is something really important because I think there's a segment of the fandom that looks back at Yang's Volume 4 arc and goes disappointed.
Something was missing, yeah.
They missed so much of an opportunity. But think of it like this. Yang has suffered, just like everyone else has. Mm-hmm. But her suffer hit her more psychologically and physically.
Closer to home.
Closer to home, exactly. Yeah, well played. But think of it this way. She now has a bunch of hurdles, like an Olympic race to vault over. She has cleared the first hurdle. There are still more hurdles to go through. But this song is showing that she has changed her mindset so that she is armed and ready to vault over those hurdles and not spend a whole season on just one of them.
Right.
So see that her journey is not over with this, but she is not going to be approaching it the same way as she's very depressed and stuff. I think one of the things that we can call back to is there was a scene in Volume 4 that I kind of mistook. I kind of didn't like it. And to an extent, I still don't fully like it, but I now appreciate what they were trying to hint at. It's that part where Tai Yang makes that kind of glib joke at Yang's expense about how she lost her brain cells along with that arm. Right then, he's basically testing her mindset to see what she's ready to receive, because she needs to kind of get the hard, tough love now. Because she needs to move forward. And him doing that is basically testing to see what she's capable of.
How does she respond to a poke?
Exactly. Yeah. So, while we can look at that and go, that feels wrong, there's some stuff that we can infer. Although we have to infer it. It's not obvious. It has to be inferred. So that stuff there connects, I think, to this song here. Tai Yang is trying to push her towards that first hurdle. She eventually clears it. I would say often, in a way, it's a little bit of urgency towards protecting RWBY and reconnecting with all of her friends and stuff that makes her want to do this now. But anyways, let's get into the song.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right. It happens every night. I watch my world ignite, but there's no waking from this nightmare. The stage is always set. The place I can't forget. The hidden eyes that I can feel there.
That's pretty straightforward.
That's pretty straightforward. Yep. Pretty straightforward. Next part. My eyes are open wide. I'm racing to her side. There's nothing that I won't do for her. But this is not a dream. My mind repeats the scene. I can't forget it, and it's torture. So this is specifically talking about Blake.
Yeah.
You were right, because this is her recollecting the trauma.
Yes.
And she's saying, there's nothing I won't do for Blake, because she's lying there, her side, racing to her side.
Yeah.
When you say racing to someone's side, it usually means to protect them. And in this case, that's what she was doing to Blake. It's some kind of care, compassion. It's not a dream. My mind repeats the scene and can't forget it, and it's torture. That's the PTSD.
Yep.
That was before, but not anymore. I've left it behind. As much as I lost, once I'm across, I'll find.
Yep.
And I'm going to keep going. Once I'm across, I'll find. I've found the strength to grow so much more. A whisper to a roar. No more crying. It's time for me to soar.
That might be my favorite part of the song.
I 100% agree. That was before, but not anymore. I've left it behind. She is basically acknowledging that it's in the past. It happened. As much as I lost, it's not saying she didn't lose anything.
Right.
Once I'm across, I'll find I've found the strength to grow so much more. So this is Yang basically starting a new arc. And I love it.
A whisper to a roar.
No more crying. It's time for me to soar. It's just powerful. Okay, then we get to the chorus. Feel like I'm finally unbroken. No, I won't sing, I promise. Feel like I'm back from the dead. My strength back and confidence growing. Out of my way, because I'm armed and ready. Armed and ready. Ready, armed and ready. I'm ready, armed and ready. Feeling pretty. Armed and ready. I love the little addendum lines that are at the end of the chorus all the time. I think they switch as we go into each chorus. But feel like I'm finally unbroken. Feel like I'm back from the dead. Basically shows like a recollection, a resurrection, and like a resurgence. There's all this imagery that's evoked of like a phoenix, like you were saying, of something just being reborn.
Yeah.
And that just gets me so excited for Volume 5.
I feel like this song is like saying, hey, Yang's story in this volume was a bit slow because, I mean, it needed to be. It wouldn't have felt right if it was super fast. But now, like, this is our promise of things are gonna get gooder and gooder. Like,
right. All right, then, remember all too well, my time of living hell, the night my enemy would conquer. Again, recollecting. Yeah. But now I have been set free, lived through the tragedy. You'd wish to kill me, now I'm stronger.
Yeah.
So that's a kind of a Super Saiyan again reference, like you were saying.
Well, especially.
But I like the. But now I've been set free, lived through the tragedy. She didn't thrive through it.
Right.
She, like, barely made it through it. Basically, is saying like, you went 15 rounds with tragedy, and you didn't die. You got knocked out, you got knocked down, you got knocked around, but you didn't die.
You're still here.
You're still here. But that's this feeling of freedom because now she's out of the ring.
Yeah.
So I am the golden one who burns just like the sun. Next time we meet is your disaster. I'll bring the punishment. Your song will be lament. Revenge my happy ever after. And that's the part where I laugh. Like, that's the part where, oh my God,
Adam Torres is going to get, like...
Yeah,
herb stomped.
I really worried for that guy because
it's going to be so satisfying to see.
Like, he deserves the punishment.
Oh yeah,
but what this is hinting at, I don't even know if he deserves that. Like, that's going to be terrifying.
I want Yang to like kill him with his own sword.
Okay, well, anyways, it's going to be pretty intense. But my misery, my agony has taught me to fly. The pain I went through left me with a new war cry. Okay, now that's a very simple verse, but it's actually encapsulating the whole song again. It's kind of repetitive in a good way. It's shortened version of basically saying, I had misery and agony.
Yeah.
That taught me something. And that pain gave me the words, the war cry that carry me forward. I'll live my life like every day's the last. No living in the past. Best days ever. Never looking back. Again, same thing. Mm-hmm. So good. I like that this song reads a little bit like poetry in that they repeat the same things, the same theme, but they tell it in different ways. Okay. One of the things that old school poetry used to do is they would do everything in sets of twos or in different numbers, recalling back themes, and then have little bits of progression within the themes that were repeated, but it was never done the exact same way. Unfortunately, music nowadays relies on a chorus that they'll repeat every once in a while once you've kind of went through enough verses. And then, of course, at this point, the culmination of the repetition is another chorus, which is fantastic. And then I love this next little verse here. Call me sweetheart and I'll tear you apart. Just call me sir. Try to resist once and you meet my new fist. Bye-bye. Yang has so much sass in her.
Yep. Even the fact
beautiful.
That her song is a pun, like...
Oh, yeah. It's absolutely a pun. Then the next one is great. Just look at the fire in my eyes and bring my strawberry sunrise. It was you who began it, and now you're saying, God damn it. Next time there's no compromise. So this is when I think of someone that's been beaten and they end up having to get back up, one of the things that there's done is there's a lot of visualization towards a target that you basically set yourself on, like a goal.
Sure.
In this thing, there's almost a little bit of vengeance in it, and she's put Adam as the visualization of where she's going.
Yeah.
So in a way, she is going back to RWBY, but it's funny how the story is basically bringing her towards what she is visualizing, almost as if the universe, almost as if Remnant itself wants her to get back to Adam. I mean, it's the writers, of course, but to get back and end this. So that's going to be fantastic. And then, of course, we go into another chorus and it ends the song, and it's fantastic. Love it. All right, we gotta move a little bit faster here. All right, this is the one that we can theorize on because a lot of this song ties to Dr. Merlot and his story in RWBY Grimm Eclipse, but there's a couple parts in here that are not, like, specifically relegated to that game, and I want to bring those to the forefront. All the things where it talks in pronouns like I see this, I created this, I want this, you this, talking about the Grimm, but it's also talking about from Dr. Merlot's perspective. So This is the part that I really want to call attention to, Jacobs. A mystery of blood and bone, soulless origin unknown, twisted devil villains lost in time.
Yeah.
Mindless board of bubbling ooze, intelligence I will infuse, a curse upon the world, but now you're mine. I'm going to keep going. Hold on. There's another part here. Created in another world, into this realm you were hurled, but scientifically misunderstood. I will decode and knowledge gain. Your mysteries I will explain. I'll lucubrate, or lubricate, and change you for the good. I think lucubrate, but that's a very weird word. Huh. Okay, but the main world, created in another world, into this realm you were hurled. Okay. The rest of the song's fantastic. We can go over it another thing, but I want to hear your thoughts on what do you think this tells us about the Grimm specifically?
So there's I feel like a lot of the stuff that it tells us is sort of impressionistic foreshadowing type stuff, but it isn't telling us too much specifics that we didn't already know. So like we know that the thing of the born from ooze, like yes, but that was already like in the netherworld, that was already basically shown in the first like 5 seconds of Salem's whole deal in episode 1 of volume 4.
Yeah. But
it's confirming
created in a netherworld,
yes,
hurled into this realm.
Yeah. I mean, I think it means what it means. Like now, who created them? I mean,
we know who it is. We know it is. It's the
God of Darkness.
The God of Darkness.
Yeah.
But I think you're missing the big picture here. Is that Grimm are something that are actually being called into this world. Like there's a constant flow. So think about it this way.
Okay.
Think about it this way. There's a netherworld.
Yeah.
According to this song, where Grimm are being hurled from.
Yes.
As in, there is something choosing to constantly like throw them. I'm getting this visual of this.
So not like Salem summoning them, but like something crazier.
No. This is where I think it's a combination.
Okay.
Salem is the enigma. She is this thing that is Grimm, but not. Like,
she's like the executor of
if anything,
this being.
she's tainted by Grimm kind of stuff, it looks like. But how does Grimm being hurled into this world by some dark being, like the God of Darkness brother or whatever, and then this pool thing where it's actually creating them, what is the combination of that? That's where there's a contradictoriness to here. You have the Grimm being hurled, but then you have the pools that are creating them.
Well, okay. So if the pool... All right. What I was just thinking is that the pools are just like portals, basically, right?
I could see that happening, but I'm not getting that vibe here.
But if they're saying that the pools are actually creating them, that... Okay, now what you're making me think of is like... Think Guardians of the Galaxy 2, like spreading his seed everywhere, like the God of Darkness kind of a thing. If that's true, then Ruby's boned.
Well, no. So you actually hit it right on the head with what I was thinking of. So we have this dark matter. It's not important what it is.
Yeah.
It's not important. But what is important is where and why. So if it's coming from the God of Darkness brother, there. That's where.
Yes.
Why? Well, because he wants to destroy. La 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 la.
Yeah. I hope it's not that.
No, because here's the thing. There's a second why in here. There's Salem's why. Salem's why, her reason why she's doing this is not fully fleshed out.
Yes.
And I think that this is actually giving us a little bit of a hint towards that there's a conflict of whys.
Okay, that
she wants to use this thing being hurled from another world, and she's doing the pool side of it where it's actually something she wants to abuse and use. And that's where I think the Dr. Merlot theme of he wants to twist this towards his own design is not directly translated over to Salem. But she's not in full union with this God of Darkness.
So that's a good point, especially since, like, because if all of this stuff was like something that she... Because otherwise, like, why does she need the tentacle thing that's like the scout thing or whatever, right? I could totally see that if the power did originate from herself, then she'd just be able to do that herself, right?
Yep.
So, do you think we're maybe going to get something where the God of Darkness is what created the Grimm or whatever, but she's trying to basically usurp the Grimm?
Yes. Absolutely.
That
Absolutely. You're yo, I love how in sync we are. So one of the things that I see as Salem is she's the fallen, like she's white, okay? That evokes some imagery of the bride, you know?
Sure. Okay.
And I think of like the corpse bride, like,
and she does have that long flowing like train dress.
Basically she could be essentially the consort of this god of darkness, okay?
Okay.
And she basically is doing her own thing here, but why should she be subservient to this thing?
And that could be really cool because one of the reasons that I love it when they have either anti-heroes or like just general antagonists and not just villains is because I like to see the antagonistic side have multiple parties involved that want different things.
Yes.
There is like nothing more satisfying than watching villains not just be like, oh yes, we must destroy the heroes, but be like, okay, now how do I take that guy down? Like,
right. And that's what makes kind of like Star Wars things a little bit more in general with kind of that Sith infighting stuff.
Yes.
That's more expanded universe. But anyways, with this, Salem reminds me a little bit of Father from Fullmetal Alchemist. I'm noticing a lot of this lately, where he basically sees, or she in this case, Salem, sees God, basically sees the brother as this limiting force that's basically giving her this constant supply, this fuel to do the extension of both their wills. But there's going to be a point where she goes, yeah, now I have all 4 relics, all 4 maiden powers, and I'm going to usurp you. I'm going to sit upon the throne of this world. I'm going to usurp you.
Now,
and that's where the motivations of someone like Cinder, someone like all these other characters are going to be like, no. So that is not what we want.
Let's just go down that path a little bit. If Salem is Father,
right,
then who's Greed?
Cinder is Greed.
Please make it Cinder. She even has the mask.
She says, "I want
right
to
now.
Be powerful. I want to be feared.
Yeah,
She wants all these things that basically elevate her above her, probably her problems or whatever it is.
Oh, if Cinder ended up being an Envy type character, that would be
a Greed type character.
Greed type character. That would be so amazing. Like, oh my gosh.
Well, here's another thing. RWBY was inspired by Gurren Lagann, right?
Yes. So she's
we need
virile.
to eventually take
She's
this
virile. She's totally virile.
Yeah, we need to take this to a place where the rival ends up basically being necessary in order to defeat the great evil.
And that's why
this is all going to end in a netherworld where the Silver Eye powers will be. Yeah. This is one of my crazy things that this song spurred on, and I tried to talk to so many people in the fandom about it, and it just whoo. I'm glad we can talk about this stuff. So
Ruby's scythe will pierce the heavens.
I know, right? Okay, guys, this is getting really interesting, but the songs are fantastic.
They were.
Monty, your show is in good hands.
Yeah.
Wherever you are, you've done well, and your legacy is being upheld in a very, very strong way here.
It is.
And to RWBY and Jeff and Casey and everyone, all you wonderful people, thank you so much, because these songs are an extension of something that was created by the group of you, but they give us that unique perspective to look at it from, like you said, an impressionistic view. Mm-hmm. There's so much extra that can be gained. Like they said, a picture's worth 1,000 words, and a song is 1,000,000. So, or a song is 1,000 pictures.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, we love it. I guess next time we do anything RWBY related, it'll be the Weiss character short.
Yeah.
All right. So until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.